Breaking news. Antisemitism underlies Vladimir Putin's war in Ukraine. Putin uses the Holocaust to legitimize his ethnic cleansing and genocide in Ukraine, furthering his imperialistic goals. Russian President Vladimir Putin's rant that the West installed Volodymyr Zelensky, an ethnic Jew, as president of Ukraine to cover up the glorification of Nazism, has been condemned as anti-Semitic by Kyiv. Putin's grotesque classical anti-Semitic characterization of Jews is reminiscent of Der Stürmer, and it ignores the fact that Jews of different ethnic backgrounds, such as those from Russia, Ethiopia, and Yemen, share a common history. There are a lot of bleak ironies. It has been suggested that Zelensky is a neo-Nazi plant, despite the fact that he has claimed that his grandfather's brothers were murdered in the Holocaust. Putin uses the same tactics against Ukraine that Hitler did towards the Jews before he murdered them in his final solution, leading him to refer to the anti-human essence that is the foundation of the modern Ukrainian state. Putin uses the Holocaust to legitimize his ethnic cleansing and genocide in Ukraine, furthering his imperialistic goals. Putin's repeated claims that Ukraine is not a real state and belongs to his Russian Empire are a key part of this strategy. The Kremlin has resorted to rewriting history in order to downplay the Holocaust's significance. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov defended the country's invasion of Ukraine in January by comparing the United States' efforts to solve the Russian question with Hitler's search for a final solution to eliminate Europe's Jewish population. According to David Nirenberg, author of Anti-Judaism, The Western Tradition, 2013, anti-Semitism is a network of conspiracies fueled by universally applicable negative stereotypes of Jews. Many on the far right, both in Europe and the United States, blame Jews for plotting immigration and demographic changes that will harm white Christians. This is true whether the target population is white Christians in Europe or people of Middle Eastern or South American descent in the United States. The anti-Semitic, conspiratorial worldview treats facts as incidental. 3 days into Russia's invasion of Ukraine, on February 27, 2022, hundreds of the world's foremost experts on Nazism and the Holocaust signed a statement reading in part, "We strongly reject the Russian government's equation of the Ukrainian state with the Nazi regime to justify its unprovoked aggression." Such statements dishonor the memory of the millions who perished at the hands of Nazism and the brave individuals who fought against it and are based on falsehoods and moral turpitude. Putin's anti-Semitic rhetoric and minimization of the Holocaust have not been strongly rejected by either the new set of Russia's elites who guaranteed their wealth by maintaining political ties with Russian President Vladimir Putin or the old set of Russian oligarchs who acquired wealth in the aftermath of the Cold War but who have since divested any interest in Russia. This includes Moshe Kantor, a former president of the European Jewish Congress, EJC, and a close associate of Putin, for whom the EJC ironically lobbied against US and European Union sanctions. The EJC's justification, that endorsing Kantor would lead to the destruction of Jewish life in Europe, is tragic but satirical in the extreme. Should Jews in Europe rely on Putin's financial support to ensure their survival? According to media accounts, Kantor is a major shareholder in the Russian fertilizer firm Akron, which the United Kingdom has called of vital strategic significance for the Russian government, because it allows Putin to evade sanctions and provide financial support for Russia's war effort in Ukraine.